Hello and welcome to Commodity Champions. I'm Manisha Gupta. Well, the precious metals have continued to gain amid uncertainty over the US President Donald Trump's tariffs as the August 1st deadline for trade deal nears. The gold prices have hit a 5-week highs while the silver prices are trading near 14-year highs. A weak US dollar index, expectations of a Fed rate cut in September, and a growing central bank demand for gold is also supporting the precious metals. Some brokerages see gold prices hitting $3,800 an ounce in the fourth quarter of 2025. Meanwhile, the global demand and diamond prices are witnessing a sharp decline amid stiff competition from the lab-grown diamonds. To discuss the outlook on gold, diamonds, jewelry, I am now joined by Colin Shah. He's Managing Director at Kama Jewelry. Thank you, Colin, for being with us. And first of all, your sense on the gold prices itself, because barring Citi, which talks about prices at $3,000 an ounce by the end of this year, even declining further below, almost everybody else from Bank of America to UBS, JP Morgan, everybody's talking about 35, 3,800 and 4,000 in an extreme scenario as well. What is your, first of all, sense on the gold prices going forward from here?
Thanks, Manisha. My sense of the gold price going forward, like I've been saying, I guess, every week on your program, is that it's going towards 4,000. Maybe it's 6 months, 9 months, or a year down the line. But it's definitely going northwards, considering everything which is happening globally. Uncertainty continues. And even though there is a deadline of August 1st, by the looks of it, I mean, we're on the 22nd and doesn't seem like most of the major trading partners are anywhere near signing a deal. So the uncertainty is going to continue. There is going to be high tariffs again, 1st August onwards. And, I guess gold, silver, commodities will continue to go up, unfortunately. There may be slight corrections along the way as some other good news comes in. But all in all, it seems like we're going to continue in these uncertain times for the next 2-3 quarters for sure.
Colin, what is your sense then on the 9-carat hallmarking that has been now allowed by BIS? Does that tell you that, or does that tell us rather, that with the gold prices doubling in last 2 to 3 years, the demand could be shifting to not just lightweight but low caratages as well?
Yes, that'll happen for sure. See, I guess India, like any other market globally, is price point conscious. And 8, 9, 10 carat and 14 carat has been popular in the US and Europe for many, many years now. So it isn't new. India traditionally was a 22 carat market, which became 18. 14 did get a little more popular in the last couple of years. But with gold price going up 35%, I guess 9 carat will become a norm in the entry level price point jewelry, especially jewelry which retails between 10 and 25,000 rupees. So I think it's here to stay. It's a welcome step that hallmarking also has come in. And it did happen because there was a lot of retail demand for 9 carat. So this Diwali, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of 9K jewelry across the board.
There are some concerns, though, Colin, that 9-carat jewelry would be high on making charges because the wastage would be high. And then, of course, the kind of designs and the kind of making that you would be looking at perhaps could take the prices higher. What is your sense?
See, whether it's 9-carat jewelry or, the other caratages or platinum. See, in the end, it'll be at a price at which it's affordable for the consumer. So while I agree with you that the making charge may be higher in terms of percentage or a per gram basis, but still the relative price point of the jewelry will be quite low compared to 14 or 18, especially in today's gold rate. So there will be a benefit for the consumer from that point of view.
So what are you foreseeing then in the coming festival season, wedding season? How have you seen the month of July? Because this is the beginning of a new quarter and the beginning of a second half of this year as well. Is July more stable? Do you see August picking up even better?
See, April, May, June, the volumes were down significantly. But in value terms, most of the retailers made up, a slight growth over their last year numbers, in value terms. But volume was down. July, the first week was a little slow, but the last 2 weeks, it seems retail has picked up a little bit pan-India. So we are optimistic, with IIJS, our next, the big exhibition coming up end of the month. The trade is quite optimistic that season, will be better than what they anticipated, say, a couple of months back.
Any number that you are willing to give out on the next couple of quarters, because that is where most the action happens?
So the number, again, in volume terms, will be, I think, significantly lower than last year, because of the 35% price hike. So, but in value terms, we will see a 5 to 10% growth overall. So I think that's what it looks like right now, especially for a couple of reasons that I guess see a lot of, like, on your program and what's happening in the financial markets is luckily a lot of our, I guess, large companies and mid-sized companies have gone with IPOs on the manufacturing side and the retail side. Plus, on the lab-grown side, if you see, there's been a lot of private equity and venture capital, VC funding, which has happened. Now, with all the capital infusion which has happened in our industry, there's a lot of retail being set up across the country. And as the square foot for retail for jewelry is increasing, there is obviously an uptake even in demand for the manufacturers. So overall, the industry will also increase because there's so much more retail space being created.
Colin, coming on the diamond side as well, and the last couple of years we've been talking constantly about it, haven't been so great. It's been a slowdown. For the year 2025, the push from the natural diamond as an industry has been huge, not just in the Indian markets, but globally, with accords being signed, with monies being pooled, and the kind of campaigning and marketing that we've seen as well. On ground, what is the kind of conversion that you have seen till time?
See, what we are seeing, I think last year was maybe when natural hit rock bottom. I would like to believe that, most in the industry believe that, it was maybe at its lowest point in terms of pricing and consumption. But this year, if you look at the January to June results of even the luxury brands like, LVMH or Van Cleef, on the jewelry side, okay, they've all had a 10% growth this year. So it seems like, especially on the luxury side and the natural diamond side, 25 will be a much better year than 24 was. So it seems even we'll see a little, I guess, increase in pricing, especially on the smaller goods come Diwali, because there is a shortage in certain sizes and certain clarity, especially what works in the luxury end and on the Asian side. And I guess with all the promotions, like you said, which are happening between the Natural Diamond Council, De Beers, the miners, retailers, I guess we will see a much, I think, positive season compared to last year.
A final word on platinum, really, because that also seems to be making news and doing well. Do you see a considerable demand shift in sense of jewelry for platinum, or do you think it continues to be minuscule, and within that you could be looking at some gains?
See, as an overall percentage of the pie, platinum is a smaller percentage compared to the overall gold business. But we must not forget that even the number of tons being mined in platinum are relatively smaller compared to gold. Having said that, platinum has built a significant niche for itself on the Indian side. The prices have appreciated quite nicely in the last 5-6 months. So I guess the consumer, which did not see much appreciation compared to gold in the last couple of years, is seeing that on the platinum front. Another big shift we are seeing is that men in India are leaning towards platinum in a nice big way because of all the promotions that PGI has done, especially with the cricketers. And I guess now this is here to stay. So the men's category will predominantly be platinum across India. And as men are buying more and more jewelry, which they are, whether you see the Met Gala or even globally, the trend is that men's jewelry is like a trend this year, and it will continue. So I guess as the men's jewelry category increases, the platinum consumption also in India will increase significantly. And the customer which was looking for appreciation has seen it this year. So there's a certain amount of optimism and positivity that we're seeing around that category, which will definitely help the platinum consumption come this Diwali.
All right. So when it comes to gold and diamonds and lower caratages and the numbers and platinum, men buying more jewelry, it all does look positive as we get into the festival season that kickstarts from the first week of August. Colin, as always, thank you so much for joining in, giving a sense on your prices and, of course, the trends in the Indian markets therein as well. Well, on that note, it's time for a short break, but don't go anywhere. The discussion continues when we return.